Good afternoon, racing fans. This is James Ramos from At the Quarter Pole, and this is my 2023 Breeders' Cup horses trending up and down. Right now, as I've been handicapping the last 2 weeks, and it looks like horses are trending up, are Forte and Arcangelo. Forte won the Jim Dandy, and I've heard a lot of people speak about, especially professional handicappers, and what was their opinion about the race. He won, not very convincingly. I go with that with most of the handicappers in the race. He had to kind of pull in between horses, between Angel Empire, and he should have been disqualified. This is more than one said. Irad Ortiz does these tactics. He did win the race, and he should have been disqualified. I've seen a lot of races before that they would yank the horse down because he really bullied Angel Empire coming through the hole and inside to win Jim Dandy. Was an impressive race, but given it's only his second race off the 2.5 month comeback, that's not too bad. He'll be running into the Travers on August 26th and should be loaded for Barabee. His third race in his comeback after 2.5 months rest. And normally horses run at their peak speed figure about the third race in the comeback. Also trending up is the 3-year-old Arcangelo, who now has been off the shelf since winning the Belmont. And it looks like Gina Antonucci will have this horse prepared for the Travers itself. 2.5 month layoff will pretty much be on the same spot that Forte was when he was off the shelf when he ran second in the Belmont. This puts it at a disadvantage to Arcangelo, only because he might need a tightener before he runs the Travers. The Travers will be run at a mile and 1/8. Forte would have the advantage, but I haven't seen the rest of the field. These my horses are trending up right now as a 3-year-old. Also, as we know, is that Go Rocket Ride had won the Haskell. Still wasn't impressed with the race. A lot of people think that why wouldn't I be impressed with the race? Just a setting. He won. He won from the outside. Had the catbird seat again. Laid off about 5 lengths off the lead. There was a decent pace. He pounced on the leaders coming from home, and he held off Madge. Madge is a good horse, but the problem with this horse, he's still, to me, still overrated. And he had one win going to the Kentucky Derby. He's got second and a third now, and still, to my opinion, Go Rocket Ride is not what you call a phenomenal 3-year-old. Rumors have been spreading around that he might run in the Pacific Classic. Good luck to him if he does. It's going to be against older horses. He'll be getting a weight break, though, at a mile and 1/4. If the Richard Mandela thinks he's got a shot and he runs well, he probably will run at a Breeders' Cup Classic. Those are horses trending up, trending down, of course, Tapit Trice. And if you've seen some of my videos, you know I'm not a big Tapit Trice fan. This, to me, is dudding out. The funded ran into San Diego mile, and Del Mar did not look like the old defender I remember that he's early in the year or even late last year. Looked like he's lost a step or two, ran out of the 6-hole, came around the turn and did not fire. Horses that are also really dudding out. I just saw the Warlike Goddess race from Saratoga, and there is no excuse. So 1 to 2, why 1 to 2 is beyond me. I mean, Secretary and Spectacular Good Bit could run at 1 to 2, but that Warlike Goddess, not really. It's horrible bet down, coming off the layoff. And he just didn't fire again. Joel Rosario had him on the inside. And you know my opinion about Joel Rosario on the inside of the post is not has a good win percentage coming from the inside rail. He had a stranglehold on him. It wasn't even Joel Rosario's fault. The horse was too sharp for the coming out of return, and he just wasted a lot of his energy running around at mile and 1/2 and got beat at the wire. So right now, it seems like with Warlike Goddess, I picked him in the Breeders' Cup Turf. Off a better form. He got 5 to 1, which is reasonable price. It really gets older colts and male horses, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be taking him in this year's Breeders' Cup. If he runs against the Philly Mare Turf, you're not going to get a price. You might get 2 to 1 to 8 to 5. Not what I want from a horse that seems never to fire at Breeders' Cup Day, and I just tired of making excuses more like honest. Like I said, Rosario tried to restrain him. He was ultra sharp from the inside. Horse is not like the inside of the fence. He wants to be undercover like a European horse would do, come 2 and 3 wide, 4 wide if you have to. And the horse is much more comfortable. You see him just pulling the jockey off the rein. And just, to me, that horse is right now, it's hard to say off of just one race off a comeback, but he's trending down for the Breeders' Cup Turf race. If regardless he runs against the boys or the girls, I'm not touching him. Other horses that I will be that I'll be looking at quite entering the San Diego Handicap. Other horses that have a distinct possibility of running both the Breeders' Cup Mile or the Breeders' Cup Classic. Again, Slow Down Andy ran second. Also, another problem with Slow Down Andy in San Diego. He's pulling the jockey right off the bed, and he's just eager to run. He didn't want to follow the 10 horse that was running incredible fractions at a mile, 22 and 46. Try to swing him out wide. Ran again, another valiant race. I stated before this horse might be the best horse in Doug O'Neill's barn. Seems always a try. He may not win, but he always shows a good effort, and he's just a good horse. You ship him in, you ship him out, and he just gives you 150%. My opinion is that he's got two options. He could run the Breeders' Cup Mile or the Breeders' Cup Classic, and it depends what Doug O'Neill wants to do. I'm pretty sure that he's going to go with the whatever is easy for Slow Down Annie to run. Other horses, the mystery horse I have right now that I'm really interested in is Country Grammar. Where is Country Grammar? I'm not sure if the Baffert knows where Country Grammar is in by itself. I like him. I mean, yeah, I wonder if Baffert's going to bring this horse up to the Breeders' Cup Classic off of works only. As you remember, Country Grammar started the race here in 2023 at San Diego Park. It pointed to me that this horse is going to be ready for the Breeders' Cup Classic, now unless, bar none of not, he's not injured. If he comes up to works, I still like him for a long shot possibility. He is the only 4-year-old that really has credentials. He runs well. He's running big races already. He shows he could run with top company. A lot of people like myself thought he might, if he had an easy shot coming third or fourth in last year's Breeders' Cup Classic, but he never ran. So he's a big question mark. If he goes, he's going to be a strong contender in the race, even if he comes off of works, and he might be able to get the 6 to 7 to 1 off him running like that. The big race will be the Whitney at Saratoga Park. There's a good small short field, but it's high quality. You have Charge It running in the race. Cody's Wish, a winner of the last 6. Game ran second in the Met Mile against Wadham Barrio. That was a good race. Of course, the Met Mile is way too short for Zaydon. Looking at a mile and quarter at least, not even a mile and 1/8. This is a mile 8 Whitney. Now, again, just like last year, you win and you're in. And of course, these owners and trainers of Zaydon are going to cross their fingers, hope they could beat Cody's Wish. They're going to think that Cody's Wish will not want to go a mile and 1/8. Normally he's a mile specialist, and he's going to go in 2 turns at a mile and 1/8. Cody's Wish, of course, no brainer. He's a horse to beat. The wise guys pick, and most handicappers out there right now are like Charge It. Charge It is about as Jekyll and Hyde horse as you can see. Sometimes he runs, sometimes he doesn't run, and when he doesn't run, he just doesn't run. But he runs bad. When he's on top of his form, it's been a while. It's been at least about a year. When he was top of his form back in Gulfstream of 2022, he looked like something special. Of course, the Son of Tappet is just like spinning his wheels, and I'm not sure what you're going to get off of him. And the funny thing about this year's Whitney, that your 3 top horses are dependent on speed. They're both coming off the pace. I have little doubt if Zaydon's going to pick up on the slow pace. If he can't run down in a fast pace, the same thing goes with Tappet Trice. Tappet Trice will be a mid-stalker, but he's still a closer in my book. Cody's Wish is the horse that everybody's rooting for, especially about the young child that this horse has adopted as almost like a friend. So it's a feel-good story, of course, but at even any feel-good stories with the horse going off between 1 to 5 and 2 to 5, you can have this story. I like Mother Goose myself. But this is what I have for my Breeders' Cup horses. My horses trending up and horses trending down for the Breeders' Cup. This is James Ramos from At the Quarter Pole. Have a good evening, folks.